As a first step in Pytorch, let's start with learning how to create the tensors in Pytorch. The tensor is available under the torch package. So, the relevant package for tensor is torch.tensor. The torch has 8 CPU tensor types and 8 GPU tensor types. That means the torch tensor for each data type is present of CPU as well as GPU. You can see that on the screen. Now, let's start with creating the tensors. For that, we can create the tensors from a Python list or sequence using the torch.tensor constructor. For that, first let's import the torch library, that is, import torch. Then, I will import the NumPy library as well. Now, let's say we have the lists as list1 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. We can create the tensors by passing inside the torch.tensor constructor just like this. That is, example tensor is equal to torch.tensor list1. If we print it, we have the output as tensor. If we check the type here, it is of the type torch.tensor. We can also convert a NumPy array to torch tensor as well. To illustrate the same, what I'll do is, I'll just create like this. That is, np_tensor is equal to torch.tensor np.array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. np_tensor is equal to torch.tensor np.array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As we can see, the output is tensor and it is of the type torch.tensor. We can create an empty tensor just like this, that is torch.tensor. We can specify the data type of the tensor using the dtype parameter. For example, tensor_float is equal to torch.tensor 3, 4, 5, dtype is equal to torch.float32. And if we print this, we can see that the tensor is created with the data type as float. We can check the data type of tensor using the dtype attribute. For that, it is tensor_float.dtype. So, this tensor is of dtype float32. Apart from using the dtype, the other important parameters in torch.tensors are device and requires_grad. What is it? Device and requires_grad. We will see this in the future part of the section. For now, let's look at the other different ways of creating the tensors here. Just like the NumPy, we have torch.ones to generate the tensors with ones, like x is equal to torch.ones 3, 2. We can see that tensor x is created with the shape 3, 2 all filled with ones. And we have got torch.zeros to generate the tensors with zeros. Likewise, torch.rand 4, 2 to generate the required tensor shape with the random values between 0 and 1. Torch tensors also have arange function like we have in NumPy. We call it as torch.arange inside the parenthesis where we will pass in the required range. If I pass in the arange as 6, torch.arange inside the parenthesis I have mentioned as 6. So, this will generate a tensor with the value starting from 0 as default till 5. If I want to have our own starting point, what we will do is, we will pass the first argument, that is torch.arange 5, 10. So, this has generated the tensor with the values between 5 and 10. We can observe that the step size is being used as 1 as default. We can specify the step size by passing in the third argument, that is torch.arange 5, 50, 5. This has generated the tensor with the values between 5 and 50 with the step size as 5. We have the linspace function in torch to generate the required number of values in specified intervals. For example, torch.lenSpace -10, 10, 5. So this has created the tensor with the 5 equally spaced values between -10 and 10. Another common type is creating an empty tensor with the use of empty function, that is torch.empty 4, 3. This has created an empty tensor of shape 4, 3. We can also create an identity matrix tensor using torch.I. So, torch.I inside the parenthesis I'll mention as 4. So, this has created the identity matrix with the shape 4, 4. Another common type of creation of tensors is making use of full function torch.full. So, here inside the parenthesis, I'll mention the size as 2, 3 for the tensor size, 5, wherein 5 represents the value to be filled. So this has created the tensor with the shape 2, 3 with all the values filled as 5. So these were some of the common ways of creating the tensors using the Torch library. So guys, let's continue from the next video.